hello. I think it's been 10 minutes. I need to get a timer for that. Sorry for the mic noise. I'm trying to readjust it after my sculpture stream. We did yesterday, or Monday. Yeah, Monday. Haven't fiddled with my stream setup since then, apparently. Hi, this is not Rhinos. I was just getting the page set up. This was the dinosaurs we did on Monday. But today we are going to be drawing rhinos because it is Save the Rhino Day, guys. We're going to be talking about rhinos, drawing some rhinos. I haven't put the refs in here yet, I'm sorry. It's not very exciting yet. Let me say hi to everybody. I was kind of distracted, so I wasn't paying attention to chat, but it's good to see you guys. Thanks, Mac, for being here, and Moat Shrimp and Amaze, as always. Appreciate you guys. Nofi! Hello! How are you doing, my friend? You guys should all go give Nofi a follow if you aren't already. Let me give her a little shout out here. Nofi is a wonderful artist, very chill vibes, very sweet person. You'll really enjoy her stream if you're not already following her. We'll be around. Yeah. Oh, thanks for the lurk, Nofi. Yeah, so we're going to be drawing rhinos this morning, and then I'll be back on stream later today to be working. I'll be finishing up, hopefully, this other piece that I started that is a different thick-skinned critter. Definitely one of my favorite animals. The elephant. At least I think that's what I'm doing later. I need to check my schedule. Oh no, where is it? Wrong program. Have I mentioned yet on stream how bad I am at Twitch? No? Yes? No? Well, I'm bad at Twitch. I always do. I'm never prepared and I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. This picture. This one right here. We'll be working on this later today at around 4 p.m. is when I'll be back on for doing my afternoon stream. For anyone who's new here, I normally do warm-up streams in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Monday and Wednesday in the afternoons I do longer format streams where we work on longer projects. So hopefully, I'm really hoping to finish this today. I want to move on to the next one. But yeah, if you want to come back for that later, I'll be around. Hey, Mayor of Canada! Welcome in, it's been a while. Yeah, so, but if anybody wants to draw any source of rhinos with me today, we do kind of like a community, I guess, accountability sketch session. So if you're trying to get better at art or you haven't drawn in a while or you're just kind of wanting to learn how to draw a thing like a rhino today, or you could do something else. The whole point is to encourage everybody to do warm-up sketches because warming up, like starting your day, kind of like getting your design eye and your observational eye kind of going is a really good way to kind of wake up your art muscles or just your creative muscles too. So anyway, if you do draw along, just post it in the Discord. We have a whole section for warm-up art, and then at the end of stream, I will show all the sketches that get done. So let me finish saying hi though. Oh, we have a Mayor of Canada joke. Hold on. Got dumped for being addicted to puzzles. Now I'm just trying to piece my love life back together. Good to see you, Mayor of Canada. Thank you for bringing the fun. The conference and gathering of the world's most famous mediums has been cancelled due to wait, what? Oh. Due to unforeseen mediums. So the artist in me, when I hear the word medium, I think like paint or sculpting or like an artistic medium. You're talking about psychics. That's funny. Good jokes, guys. I love it. Start the morning off with jokes. Unknown Eldritch, welcome on into chat. I see this is your first time here. It's good to have you. I don't know if you feel like drawing along today, but we'll be doing some drawing. It's a holiday in Sweden. Oh yeah, it's the first day of. Somebody was telling me. You guys were telling me the name of this yesterday, and I don't remember. Like Valborg or something like that. Is that right? I don't know. Something cool and epic sounding. Yeah, do some dinos today for sure. Just Mac. Wait, Just Mac Art. Did you just change your name? Wait, is this a different Mac? This isn't Mac Ferris. Just Mac Art. I have 2 Macs in chat. This is incredible. You did change your name. Oh, okay. I was like, wow. How did that happen? 1 Mac. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your new name. I'd love to see what you come up with. And yeah, like I've said in the past, if you wanted to draw something other than what I'm drawing today, feel free to do that. Just drop those warm-up sketches in the warm-up art section, and I will show those up, like I said, at the end of stream. Even if it's from like a past topic or even your own topic. If you don't like any of my topics, because to be frank, I just kind of pick them at random or off of like those wacky holiday calendars. I've seen a few streamers that do like themed streams like that, and I thought it'd be a good idea for prompts. So that's what we're doing right now until I get tired of it. But yeah, today is Save the Rhino Day, guys. I'm also going to be rambling a little bit about rhinos. That is part of the topic. I thought about changing the title of the stream to Casey's Creature Feature. So it just like, so you know that we're going to draw and talk about rhinos. But yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. Let me make sure I've said hi to everybody. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me. It means so much. Thanks to anyone who's just going to lurk and doodle or whatever you're up to today. Thanks for inviting me into your space. Is drawing not a No. No, Mayor of Canada. I don't think that counts. Is that what you're doing with your free time these days? R.I.P. Boiled Water, you'll be missed. Oh my gosh, too funny. Valborg yesterday, International Workers' Day today. Oh, I see. Yeah, we don't have that here in the US. I don't know what that is. It's my name everywhere else, so I just fixed it. Nice. Mirror Stepper, hello. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on in. Okay, so let's get into some rhinos. Anyway, I'm pretty sure this is what I'll be working on later. I'll check my my calendar here real fast. Let me see. What are we doing? I'm in the wrong month. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I lied to you guys. I'm not going to be working on this on stream. I might actually have to change this because I need to go move a little faster on my portfolio pieces, and I like streaming the work. So right now we're doing I forgot it's the first Wednesday of the month. Of course we're not doing this today. This afternoon we'll be drawing sea slug dragons, which I do enjoy. I may take that down to one stream a month though. We'll see. Right now I'm doing first and third Wednesdays, but I think I might have to change that because I have other projects I need to work on. I do like having the themed stream times, but I don't want to get too distracted from my ultimate goal, which is getting into public like children's book illustration or graphic novels or something like that. So I think we might start doing that just on the first of the month. I don't know. We'll see. I'm only like 1 or 2 illustrations away from my goal. I wanted to get 3 new illustrations done before I start resubmitting to publishers this summer. And so I kind of have a few I need to touch up that I didn't quite finish yet. And I need to do 1 more new one. And then that'll be my 6 new images for the year, which is awesome. Or at least 6 new like updated images for my portfolio before I resubmit. So. Okay. Let's see. Rhinos, guys. There's so many good rhinos. We are going to start, as we normally do, by looking at a rhinoceros skeleton. Now, if this sounds intimidating to you, don't worry. It's not that bad. I do have to make sure I find a good one. Hold on. It's a woolly rhino. I don't want a woolly rhino. White rhino skeleton? I want to be drawing... Okay, here we go. Perfect. So we're going to be looking at a skeleton because it's going to help us with our anatomy. And I'll talk about it here in just a second. For anybody who's new to drawing along with me... Again. Here we go. There's my rhino. This is a photograph of a rhinoceros skeleton that's at a museum somewhere. I believe it's a white rhino. Yeah, so we'll be talking about some of this stuff so that we can learn proportion, so that we can learn kind of what's going on underneath the skin. Because if you are able to know what's going on underneath the skin of an animal, you can kind of understand how you can articulate it in your drawings. So like, for example, if you are studying this and you realize like, oh, the shoulder blade's right here, so when I do my drawing, I'm not going to draw the shoulder blade like way down here, right? It seems silly, but when you draw these things, it kind of look odd if you don't put things in the right places. And knowing where they go in the first place is going to help with that. I can also see like, oh, look at this really strong ridge in the back. I can see how it like connects to the head here. So here's that like classic, rhino skin texture. They've got those thick muscles, and all of a sudden, once you start drawing the muscles on these things, you'll be like, oh, it looks like a rhino. It's crazy. But the only reason you can do these things when you're drawing without like not just drawing the skeleton is because you studied the skeleton or you studied where the muscles go. Anyway, so we'll be talking about all this stuff in just a little bit. But first, let me make it a little smaller so that I can fit everything on one page. And I know the background's probably a little distracting here. I am going to go drop this in the Discord, and I will pin this on my Pinterest board. There is a link at the top of chat if anyone needs references of rhinos. I have a pretty robust reference folder over on Pinterest. I mean, it could definitely use a little more organization probably, but I try to have things organized by their kind of like family categories. Rhinos are kind of interesting. I've got them in not necessarily the most taxonomically accurate order, but they're in with hippos and elephants and manatees. I just call it the thick-skinned critters, just because when I'm looking for those animals, that's what I think of. So it's not the most organized, but you know, putting them in like the broad category of ungulate wasn't gonna work. So anyway, go check that out if you need some references. I've got all kinds of stuff in there. So this is going over here into warm-up chat. Here's our rhino skeleton. Yeah, so let's get started with this one. And remember our mantra, for anyone who's new here, I try to write this at the top of all of my warm-up streams because it's a good reminder for me as well. But the whole point of this is to get the bad drawings out, right? So the goal of warm-up sketching is to draw for about 30 minutes and just kind of flex those art muscles. And you have to get through, they say, about 1,000 bad drawings before you get to a good one. So if you're just starting your artistic journey and you're really frustrated that your drawings aren't good yet, well, you just started. Drawing is a skill. I don't really believe it's a super inborn talent or anything, personally. I think it's really just about training your observation eye and filling your creative bank account. So that's what we're trying to do today. So let's get started. So whenever we're looking at references like this, what I like to do, I'm going to shave off some of this image, just a little too big. Oh my gosh, I always do that in Painful Sky. I always forget that key does that. Great job. Okay. So what we're mostly doing with images like this is looking for proportion, and like relative distance between things, right? So like jaw to the shoulders, the length of the back, like the height of things. You look for some like landmark objects within the image to kind of help you measure, and I'll talk about that as I go. So I'm going to start with the head. Seems to be the easiest way. I'm actually going to try and do it a little smaller so it all fits. And I'm just going to draw like a little circle, a little oval shape. Nice full shield thing going on. I already can tell I'm doing this too big, but that's okay. Shoulder is a big part, and we got this huge barrel. I mean, look at these ribs, guys. Look, the ribs go all the way back. That is so unique in the animal kingdom. I mean, this thing is just a walking tank, and you can see that with this caged system right here. These ribs. So it's just like a big long oval. We got these nice neural spines here. I learned that word from somebody in chat recently, and I love it. I did not know that's what they were called. And I'm not worrying about drawing all these details, okay? So don't get caught up in details. What you're looking for is shape, right? So big shapes. Try to find the big ones first, like the body, the head, you know, kind of the shoulder area. Notice I'm just kind of using ovals and rectangles. I'm not really worried so much about accuracy as I am about proportion. So I'm looking at like, where does the knee start? How long is the shin bone? Looks like it's about the same length as this, so they're almost opposite. So I'm going to use that as a landmark, just like I was talking about earlier. So that's about where I see the forearm ending. So that's about where I'm going to end this one. This really long ankle structure right here. Okay. Try to make sure my proportions are even here. $525,600. I owe you $1 for every second of the year? Why? Oh, I see, because someone's talking about rent. Seeing some familiar anatomy already. Excellent, excellent. Oh, hey, Mama Meow, how are you doing? Good to see you. I don't like the detective too much. I want to split up. Good idea. We can cover more ground that way. Oh my gosh, Mayor of Canada. Taking outdoor walk. Oh, nice. Well, enjoy your walk. Enjoy your walk. Yes, happy Rhino Day. Yeah, we have drawn a lot of quadrupeds. You're gonna start noticing similarities. They start to function very similarly, which will help you when you start doing creature design. Oh, we have an ad starting in 5 minutes, so my apologies to anybody who gets stuck in that ad. Let's see, you can use any excuse. Tell them you got laid off, can afford it. Oh. Just shaking. Mayor of Canada. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway. Like I said before, you're not worried too much about details. We're just worried about structure. So one thing I'm noticing is the ribs come out kind of like kind of toward the camera and then down and then back under. So if I were looking at this animal from the front, even just looking at it from the side, I can tell it's a very wide animal. Like the ribs are doing this on either side, right? So keep in mind your form. Keep in mind the three-dimensional properties of whatever you're drawing so that you don't end up just drawing flat objects. So even just drawing like a little bit of rib going down and then coming back in is just going to imply, it just kind of help your brain remember, you know, this is a round, thick animal that I'm drawing. Okay, I'll get a kneecap here, another little shin bone. I love their ankles. You guys are probably going to hear me wax poetic about rhino ankles. Look, it's just a thing that I have. I really like the way they're shaped. I tried to find some good references that really showed off the flexibility and the anatomy of rhinoceros feet because I think they're cool. I'm kind of a weirdo, guys, but thanks for hanging out with me anyway. Okay. And then finally we have the skull. Some of you may have already drawn the skull, but just pay attention to things like, look at this big cavity where the nose goes. We know that rhinoceros actually have this very, very flexible upper lip that it's a lot like horses. In fact, they're in the same kind of family as, or very closely related to horses and tapirs. So they kind of move their lip in a very, almost like a finger. I think a few of them even have like a little like finger digit on the, like a pointed lip. I forget which ones, but we'll learn about it today. We will refresh our knowledge on rhinos. You know, for being my second favorite megafauna, living megafauna, I don't know as much about them off the top of my head as I should, probably. Okay. Little nuthatch outside my window. Alright, let's find a very straightforward rhino reference. I'm just gonna pick one that's just like a straight up standing pose. I grabbed a few of these today. And if you want to do a different one than what I'm drawing, feel free to go grab a different one. But I'm just gonna do, let's do this one. The angle's a little funny. Shoot, no, maybe not. Let's look at this one. Wow. Sorry. Okay. That's such a pretty photo. Totally want to draw that. Okay, here's a good one. We're gonna do this one because there's no grass in the way, so you can actually see the feet. So you'll see what I'm talking about with their cool feet. I hope you will. Copy this, drop it in Discord. I just pinned it to the reference page because the one I had in there wasn't as good as I thought. It's a little bit of a weird angle. I'm gonna do this one. Rhino. Let's do a rhino. Look at this rhino. It's great. It's like in the same pose and everything, sort of. So we can directly apply what we just learned, right? Different head pose, but you guys can see the similarities, right? You can see all those things we just talked about. So we got that big ridge, little bump here. I think this is the same creature. Anyway, so perfect. Let's do this. Wait, did I draw? I did. Shoot. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oops, sorry. Missed chat. Rhinos are indeed, quite wide. Yes, they are. You can see the rotation, the tapir relation. You know, I I understand how you could see that. The head shape for sure is more tapir. If you watch videos of horses eating, the way that they use their lips is really similar. They're more distantly related. They're not like super close. But they still have that same sort of rideable backbone. They have that very wide barrel. Definitely much shorter. But yeah, it's kind of interesting, right? Guess horse is the deck spell to the right. Oh my gosh. Hippo equals a water horse. It does. It does. Finally caught the star dish of the stream. Hey, Shura, welcome. Let's draw some rhinos. Yes, it's so good to have you. We were just talking about, I don't know how much you heard, but I dropped these references in the warm-up chat section if you need them. I'm going to be moving on to drawing a fleshy rhino. But we always try to start these creature features like studying a skeleton, because it really, I think, really helps you understand kind of the, like, what's going on, you know, literally the bones of the creature, but you can see what's going on underneath the skin, and it's going to help you know where to move things, so that when you go to draw one in the future, you can remember, oh, this is how, you know, a rhino foot looks, or a rhino face looks, and this is why, because I studied this. Anyway, struggling to find Carnotaur refs. Mac, I have some in my Pinterest board under the dinosaur section. There's a whole section of theropods. And there should be Carnotaurs in there. I'm almost positive I've pinned some. Yeah. Oh, hey, Bickman. Thanks so much for popping in and dropping that lurk. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good time on your errands. You just reminded me that I have not posted that I'm live anywhere. I'm trying to be better about that. So I might, after we draw this, if you guys don't mind, I might pause for a second to go do that. Okay. So I'm just going to do some like quick gestural lines. Got that big rhino head. It's got like that kind of swoop shape, and you can see why, right? 'Cause it's got that big back end of the cranium, creating this almost like a triceratops looking skull shape, which is interesting. And notice that the ears come out behind that little bump. That's important to remember. You don't want to put them too far down on the face. Don't put them down here, it'll look weird. These are all things to note, and you can understand why, because there's a skull in the way. The ear can't get through that, you know. All right. I also love the flow. Like, if you look at the way the horn comes out, it's like right below where the eye. Like, you can see that here too. So use those landmarks on the reference to kind of help you understand where to put things. And I apologize. I think I was just talking through an ad for some folks. My bad, guys. My bad. Please forgive, noob Twitch streamer. I was talking to, I think it was Cave Geek. Was it last night? 2 nights ago? I don't know. Was lurking on his stream. We were talking about that. He was being very kind. And he was like, you're a good streamer. And then he paused. He's like, well, okay, you're not a good streamer, but you're you're fun to hang out with. And I was like, thank you. It's true. Like, I'm learning. Hopefully one day I can be better at streaming. He's like, you just kind of turn on the camera and draw. And I'm like, yeah, it's pretty much what I can handle. So I apologize to anybody who's expecting a professional Twitch stream. This is probably not it. No such thing as a professional Twitch streamer. I don't know. I've been on some pretty professional streams that have a lot going on, and they feel pretty together. I'm like, ooh, that is... I hope nobody expects that from me, because I can barely manage to even turn on the camera on time. I haven't even eaten breakfast. My breakfast is just sitting here. Oi, oi, oi. I mean, that's true. That's true, Meow. But I would like to get a little better. Like, at least know how to... Like, I can't even remember my commands, you know? If I didn't have mods to help me with that, I would be up a creek. I think I drew the head a little too big. I got a little too excited about that, so I'm not gonna make the rest of the critter a little bigger, just to make it match. Behold its wideness. Wait, the wideness of what? Welcome back, Mac. Welcome back. Yes, the wideness of the rhino, exactly. It's got some great wideness. Good word. I also like how rhinos are kind of in chunks. Like when they're like most creatures, most creatures have like skin to kind of connect their, like when you draw a lion or something, you know, that you don't see the whole leg, you're just seeing the knee and then there's skin attaching. You know, that there's like a skin fold here. Rhinos don't have that. They have like a really high skin attachment way up here, and then this leg is just kind of free. And you can really see this sometimes when they stand funny. Like here's a good example actually right beneath that picture. I mean, you really see like a ton of detail of that leg. It's just interesting. They're interesting creatures with really heavy skin folds, and I'm excited to draw them today. So I hope you guys are too. Jay Nice with some spice! Hello! It's so good to see you! Thanks for popping in! I was watching back that stream where I met you and got rated by Art and Jess, and I was like, oh my gosh, I mispronounced like half of the names. I think I was calling you Jay Wholesome Spice or something like that. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm glad I didn't scare you off. Thanks for popping in. How are you doing today? I feel like I might be slightly dyslexic or something. My brain just like skips ahead on words and just makes assumptions about what they are. It's really hard to catch sometimes. If I had said I think you're seeing it, oh well, thank you, Mama Meow. I do give them a job, that's for sure. Yeah, I need to fix my commands too. Well, I hope you're doing well. We're drawing rhinos today, learning about rhinos. It is Save the Rhino Day today. So I'm excited to be drawing and nerding out about these critters with you guys. We're going to be learning about them, talking about them. There's quite a few species, although we did, I'm sure some of you heard, we did recently lose a subspecies of rhino permanently. Like, it is extinct now, and that's incredibly sad. And there's a few other rhinos that are not far behind at all. Like, I didn't realize how closely behind, like how close they are to being, some rhinos are to being extinct until I did a little bit of research for this. And we're definitely going to talk about that. So, yeah, I believe it's the southern white rhino that no longer exists. It's completely gone. And, you know, if you feel like drawing a rhino today and just reminding people about, you know, them needing some help, I actually, on my Instagram, linked to a post that just, if you go to it, it has some links to places you can donate to, like, verified quality NGOs that are actually boots on the ground, sort of working to help protect the remaining rhinos so that they can boost their numbers, breeding programs, all that kind of stuff. If you have any, like a local zoo that you're really a big fan of, I know zoos can be a little controversial, but for conservation, honestly, unfortunately, until we can get our act together as a species, like, zoos are some of the safest places for some endangered creatures. So, anyway, yeah, if you would like to help out with the rhino, I was a little sad reading about some of them this morning, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. First, we're going to finish drawing this guy. I believe this is the white rhino. Could be wrong. You worked at a zoo for 5 years. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for helping out with them. I love zoos. They're great places to go sketch also. I would love to get a group, like a sketch group together to go to the zoo sometime. In fact, I follow a few streamers. I've been asking a few people who do like live streams outside of like a place like that has connected internet and, you know, like doing things like walking around towns and cities, or I have a friend who was doing a mural the other day. You know, Danny does the live field digs. There's all kinds of people who are out there streaming things like out away from good internet. So I'm kind of wondering if I would be able to, like, I don't know. This is like a way down the road if I keep streaming for a while, which hopefully I will, but I don't plan on stopping. But I'd love to like go on like a zoo field trip with you guys and do some like sketching at the zoo. Like maybe set up a camera on a tripod and like show you guys the animals, and then I can draw with you. I don't know. That would be fun, right? I used to love doing that with friends, but it's really, my schedule is so weird that I don't get weekends off. So it makes it really hard. I mean, for as long as I have a part-time job anyway, it just makes it really hard to like actually do stuff with other artists because most people are off on the weekends. So anyway, I don't know, just something I was thinking about the other day, but I think it would be fun. It's a very much like long down the future like goal. Stuff's cheaper during the week anyway. It's true, and you know, it has its upsides. Like, I live in Colorado, and you know, I like camping. Just realized why this arm's not working. I drew it too low. I'm using this landmark right here, like it's above the eye, So I gotta go back above the eye. That's why I'm having trouble. Proportion's hard, guys. This is why you gotta do your shapes first before you like do your details. There we go. That's working better. Yeah, it's just kind of, it would be something that would be kind of fun, I think. I just lean into it. I know a lot of streamers that make mispronouncing names kind of a bit. Yeah, I did it so many times this past week that I was thinking about making it like a counter. Like, in case you mispronounced a name. But I feel really bad. Like, I don't want to make anyone upset. Let's see. Small zoo, no majest, that's okay. That'd be a fun IRL stream. Okay. Yeah, oh, thanks, Mama Meow. Yeah, I'd love to know just any... I know that, like, a lot of people use things like... Well, I don't know, my friend who did a mural, she was doing... basically, she just had her car there, and it was, like, hooked up to her car for power. But I think she was just using her data signal. But I don't know how well that would work. Like, I feel like there'd be a lot of stuttering, especially at a really busy place like a zoo, where there's a lot of people trying to use their data. So I was thinking, like, I don't know if I want to invest in something like Starlink. That seems really expensive. But maybe down the road, I don't know, just something I was thinking about. It'd be kind of fun. I have no idea what that looks like lugging that around, though. I need to do some research. But it would be fun to go do, like, a little mountain hike or something and do some plein air painting. Give people that experience if they wanted to. I live in such a beautiful state, and I would love to share it with you guys. Okay. Alright, look at these great ankles, guys. Oh, I love them so much. They're so fun to draw. I don't know what it is about them. They just have such a good shape. And I drew this one probably a little bit disproportionately. And I actually think we'll do like a close-up of these structures because they are interesting. But if you look at, it's hard to see probably in this image, but if you look, there's like this really long bone right here. It kind of creates that harsh angle. And you can see where the muscles would attach here. Just a nice foot pad right there. You have this really great, I don't know, I really like the way rhino feet look. It's just such a fun shape to draw. I don't know. Actually, the first time I noticed that I really enjoyed this for some reason was when I was doing some live sketching at the Fort Worth Zoo when I was younger. They have some rhinos there. They have some, I think, white rhinos and actually a Javan rhino, I believe, or a Sumatran rhino. It might be a Sumatran rhino. And I used to draw them, and I was just like, man, they have really fun angles. And just like watching them walk around and pivot on them, I don't know, they're just really interesting structures. And you can see a lot of the bones and muscles. Anyway, that's enough. I'll probably ramble about rhino ankles again because I'm weird, but I hope you can learn to appreciate animal anatomy too, guys. It's so fun. It's so unique and different from ours, and I think that's a lot of why I like it too. So it makes me ask questions. Like, as I'm drawing this, I'm like, why is there a bump there? Oh, I can see that. There's like higher neural spines there for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's some kind of muscle attachment, but it's interesting. And I can see why, oh, they've got ribs like all the way back because look at how many ribs there are. It's an interesting critter, you know? There's a little bit of muscle definition right there probably, which for an animal as thick as it is to have muscle definition, it's like, so you know there's a lot of muscle under this critter. There's a reason it's in the thick skin folder for me. What I should do. Sorry for myself. I drew that one a little short, trying to make it not hit this picture, but is this all okay? We have our little rhino. I made him a little too skinny there. So much all right. Another thing I want to talk about, which I just learned the name of this recently because you see this a lot in dinosaurs too, and as most of you know, I've been hanging out a lot on dino streams, but basically this is not bone. So this dark colored thing you're seeing, that's actually called a keratin sheath. So there's actually, if you look up a picture of a rhino skull without the sheath, it's super interesting. Let me show you really fast, because this fascinates me. I didn't actually realize this until pretty recently, but rhino without keratin. I don't know if I can find the picture, but if you look at a rhino skull without the horn, this is what it looks like. So underneath that keratin sheath, there's just all these little tiny bumps, and I guess that's an indicator of keratin growth in any kind of creature, which is how we can look at apparently dinosaur fossils, and you can see these little bumps and know that there was some kind of structure on top. But look at this horn. Now this might be a Javan or a Sumatran rhino, I don't know. But it's not very I feel like it would be really hard to look at this and be like, oh, the horn must be super long, which is kind of cool because it means creatures that are extinct that have these little bumps, we can kind of be a little imaginative. There's like options. No. Well, I mean, nature sculpted it and textured it to make the horn stick, right? But no, those are actually, I believe they're little like blood. It's like where blood vessels were to help grow. The keratin is basically a fingernail. It's our fingernails and our hair are all made out of keratin. So like, you know, anything about the magic of like a rhinoceros horn or anything is you might as well just eat your fingernails, right? Which is gross. Don't do that. But it's just keratin. And it's growing off of the skull, and it basically could pop, like it pops off. So like this would come off and you would see underneath the, I don't know what it's called. There's probably a name for it, but just like the bony structure that it attaches to. Yeah, definitely don't do that, right? Cheyenne Mountain Zoo is one of the most gorgeous zoos. Oh my gosh, I would love to go on a field trip to the Science Mountain Zoo. See what I mean about saying words wrong? The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. I've only been twice. I love it. It's so pretty. I love the way it's laid out. I'd love to take you guys there. Have you been up to South Park? I have, yeah. South Park is also called Fair Play. For those who don't know, Fair Play is the town of South Park. It was like the show. I mean, I think the guys who created it were actually born up in Evergreen. But anyway, it's based on Fair Play, which is really funny. I'm glad that you use your data and have no problems. That's good. I'll have to look into it, yeah. Hi, Siren. Yes, have some cheese. Thank you for the cheese. I'm going to quickly color this in and post it, and then I'll do the next one. If anyone is ahead of me and you'd like to move on to the next image, feel free to. Like I said, I forgot because I am scatterbrained. Totally forgot to post that I was live. So let me do that really fast if you guys don't mind. Amazing. Oh, amazing fan is amazing. It's true. Noticed you save your videos. Can I make a recommendation? Oh, please. Yes, please. Or if you know how to upload, if you know how to cross stream to YouTube, that is the research that's like the next highest on my list for this month. Like I really want to be doing these on YouTube live as well. But yeah. Right now I'm just downloading the VODs or recording them on my own and then uploading them to YouTube to get the warm-up streams on YouTube, which if anyone wants to catch up on past warm-up streams, I do post them on YouTube. I'm taking a break this week just to post those the VODs of me making those goat stickers because those dropped this week via Weedham and Reed, who's a YouTuber that I worked with. But I will resume posting the warm-up videos next week. I try to do 2 a week right now, just so I have a bit of a backlog too. But eventually I want to do more stuff with my YouTube. I don't have time. I only have 3 days a week and I can't spend all of it making video content, you know? Unfortunately, I do have art I need to make. But yeah, please, I'll take any recommendations. Multi-stream isn't too hard. I know she's playing music in the background, and that will get muted. Yeah, so I don't get muted actually because I have a sneaky way around that. So my VODs don't get muted on because I have an OBS. I basically set up the tracks on OBS so that the recording on the VOD is actually a different track that you guys can't hear. So it's a totally safe like playlist I've used for years. It's never gotten dinged so far. It's doing fine on YouTube. It's just like a 12-hour track loop. basically. Or like, no, maybe not 12, it's like 5 hours. But yeah, thank you. No, yeah, I definitely don't want to get DMCA issues. I've had some issues with like that kind of music that I've downloaded from YouTube that said like, hey, totally royalty and copyright free, no, like this will be no problem. And then like years later, I got a ding on it, so I just like don't trust that anymore. So now I've downloaded one that's from like a person who just makes tracks for this purpose. I think they have a Patreon, and so I should probably donate to the Patreon. Anyway, yeah. So they've never like suddenly placed copyright on any of their pieces. So I just stick with this one. I will teach you how to do that. Yeah. You get them daily. Oh yeah, no, I can post something in TalkShop in the Discord. So if anyone's curious about that, I'll post screenshots of how I did it. I'll just show you what my setup is. It's something OBS did as soon as they started cracking down on the DMCA stuff on Twitch, to kind of help creators around it. I didn't know about it till I just got back into streaming a couple months ago. So someone showed. Actually, it was Cave Geek Art that showed me. So maybe at the end of stream I can show you guys quickly too, but I want to get this posted really fast. But it is very helpful. Yeah, so far I've had no issues with my YouTube videos getting dinged. Because I really, I like listening to music that I want to like sing along to, or I don't know. Anyway, we all do, right? I don't like how dark that is. Okay, let me go post this really fast, just so people know we're drawing rhinos today. And then we'll draw another one. Hopefully, I'll leave this up to you guys if anyone's using the screen images, so you can use that. But let's see. You usually won't get strikes, but the muting can be annoying if you don't split audio. Yeah, exactly. I think I had one VOD when I first was trying it out, and I didn't realize that there was nothing playing, so that was really awkward, and I had to go find some royalty-free music on YouTube to like actually edit it in YouTube Studio, and that took forever. Like, oh, don't want to do that again. So ever since then, I've used the different track lists basically that they offer in OBS, and it's been fine. So anyway, let me post. Hold on, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, happy to help. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can get my little mantra in here too. Get the bad drawings out. Okay, hold on guys, 1 second. I'm gonna be a super mega pro streamer and totally just pause for a second to make sure I tell people that I'm on. I did not do that. Yeah, they will just kind of mute things. They will just kind of mute things, for sure. A weird notice on my computer, but I never gotten a strike, but I just kind of wanted to get it. I didn't want to mess with it, like it's just too much effort. Okay, it's fun to stay at the DMCA. Yeah, no, it's not. Oh, your impress tree is giving impress tree. Wait, what? I've worked on your whip. Oh wow, till 3 a.m. No, yeah, your image looked great. I was loving it. Study its flowers. Yeah, you should. I think it's a great idea to look at things up close, and then that way, even if you're drawing something from far away, you can remember, okay, how did the flowers like bunch around the branches, and how can I imply that in this shape? I think it'd be a great idea. I always do that, or I always do recommend that. Pretty small stream. Yeah. 30 seconds after you end stream, you get an angrily worded message. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. I am just bad at multitasking. 1 second. Happy Save the Rhino Day. Not say, day. Let's draw them and learn about them. Woo! Okay. Anyway. Rhinos. It's a good song. I think actually Cinna gave me this song recommendation. One second, guys. I apologize. I know it's like super riveting right now, but hopefully this is giving anyone who needs it extra time. Oh, I see. I told you to say it. Yes. Ooh. Didn't have a chance to try my smoothie this morning. I was in too much of a hurry and it's not very good. I'm really sad. Might have some stevia or something I can add to it. Oh no. I'm being a bad streamer right now. Copy. I just want to copy this. Oh my gosh, try this one. Nope, still not. Copy the link. Everything. That was hard. No such thing as a bad smoothie. This one's not great. It's literally just some vanilla yogurt and some strawberries and probably way too much protein powder. The protein powder's kind of killing it a little bit. And it just makes the exception thing and got everywhere. Welcome to my stream. For anyone new. Okay, anyway. Sounds appetizing. It's not. It's kind of bland. It's the protein powder, I think. It like takes all the sweetness out of the strawberries. And they were kind of not super fresh strawberries anyway. They were frozen. And they weren't that good when they were fresh. So I just didn't make good choices this morning. It's fine. It happens. It happens. Take a water break and a stretch break, guys. I'm having technical issues. Yeah, lesson learned. Ah! Oh! Oh my gosh! Kiki Hunter Creative, thank you for the raid. I appreciate that. We are celebrating Save the Rhino Day by drawing some rhinos right now, or at least trying to. We do warm-up studies like this every once in a while, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So welcome on in. How was your raid? How was your stream? How was your raid? Thank you so much. I'm honored to have you. Thank you for trusting me with your little Twitch community. Yeah, it got me. Oh my goodness. At least I was off screen that time and didn't make a stupid face. Let's see, it looks like you're doing some art. Would love to see if you have any art you want to share. I am a PG, I'm a PG family-friendly art streamer, but if you would like to share some work, feel free to. I also do digital art, so I do a lot of digital painting. This is a piece that I'm working on for my portfolio, trying to get into the book publishing world. So I'm sort of trying to like stream that process and beef up my offerings for when I submit to publishers and agents this summer. So this is going in the portfolio. And then we'll actually be back on later today looking at sea slug. Sea slug shrimp. Mode shrimp, don't lie to the people like that. Welcome to the most experienced Twitcher on Twitch. That's very much a lie. I stopped streaming for a long time. And just got back into it a few months ago. I mean, I kind of did it off and on from like 2020 to 2023. I tried to be a little more regular last year, but I was too afraid of Twitch to actually meet anybody, so I just kind of streamed and didn't like talk to anyone else or like try to meet other artists. I'm very intimidated by the internet. Internet's scary. But this year I decided I needed to get over that and just try. And you know, worst case, people still don't want to hang out with me, and that's fine. But so far, Art Twitch has been great. So if you have any art you want to share, I'd love to extend that supportiveness that I have felt to you. Let's see. You are. Oh, that's cute. If you have a picture that, like I said, as long as it's PG and family friendly, I'm happy to see any art you want to share. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. Yeah, your name's. I do remember. I've met so many people this last couple of weeks, honestly. But thank you so much for coming in and bringing your folks here. I think I met you yesterday. Is that right? I met a bunch of people yesterday. Oh, thank you. Creddy wife, thank you. I hope it goes well too. We'll see. The industry is incredibly competitive, so I don't know if I will. But sometimes I do creature design streams too, so let me show you that really fast. There we go. So we'll be doing this later today. Oh, there's an ad. Of course there's an ad. I'm so bad at Twitch. I need to pay attention to that. Well, if anyone's not stuck in an ad right now, we're going to be working on sea slug dragons later today. And for those who are stuck in an ad, I'll just show you these again. I really need to get some new images to show. I keep showing the same like 2 or 3 ones because that's all I have handy. I need to go through and actually like screenshot all of my sea slug dragons, but alas. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shura. I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry about the ads, guys. 1 second. So, I'm really good at Twitch, and I'm really good at technology. Not the case. Not the case. We got 10 seconds. We'll just wait for the ads. This is the piece I was working on. It's from a previous stream. We painted the rose today. Oh, I love it. Okay, great. As soon as the ads are over, I will show this on screen. Welcome back. For anybody who got stuck in that ad, I apologize. Moat Shrimp was lying to you. I am not good at Twitch, and I did not pay attention and didn't realize there was an ad. But we're back now, I think. Hopefully. I don't know. Sometimes Twitch lies to me, and there is no ad. But we also do Sea Slug Dragon creature design streams. So that'll actually be the first Wednesday of every month, which is today. So I'll be back on in like 5 hours or so, working on Sea Slug Dragons. And yeah, we'll do that. But let me show what you did. Get this off. We're supposed to be drawing rhinos today. There we go. Look at this lovely piece that Kiki made. You guys, look at this beautiful. I love it. It almost looks like a tattoo. Is this going to be a tattoo? The safety pin with all the flowers. It's very nice. It definitely matches the "You Are Safe with Me" theme. You did a great job. Flowers are something I need to practice more. I'm not super good at it, but I love it. Excuse me. I also have the hiccups because I just started drinking my smoothie right before you raided me, and I get hiccups well, pretty much when I do anything actually. But ow, they're really painful, and I apologize for the weird sounds. Let me try to get rid of them. Hold on. Okay, maybe they're gone. We'll see. But anyway, could be an epic tattoo, right? It does look like one. I love animation, but did not enjoy it. Yeah, I wanted to get into animation when I was younger, and then I heard about animation as an industry and was like, maybe not that one though. The Twitch ads lie to you all the time too. Okay, so it's not just me, Creddy Life. Oh my goodness. Well, thank you again for that raid, Kiki. If you need to go do like post raid, post stream self care, feel free to. I totally understand how that goes. But if anyone, sorry, I was like right in the middle of finishing a post too. Twitch.tv. There we go. Hopefully I did this right. Sorry, I can't multitask well. I was in the middle of actually telling people I was live because I haven't done that yet because I'm really bad at social media as well as Twitch streaming, and I just forget to do things. So it's done now. I guess I could do. Okay, question about this new Twitch feature for those of you who actually know what Twitch. Oh my gosh! And I had my volume up. I'm so sorry. Twitch stories. Do people actually like? Are those helpful? Is it too much? What do you put in there? I have a lot of questions. What's the standard? I'm doing one now. I'm just saying happy Save the Rhino Day. But are they helpful, or are they just like one more thing that people hate? I don't know how I feel about them yet. Yeah, for sure. You heading out for noms? Yeah, thank you so much again for the raid, Kiki. So we're gonna be, we'll start drawing some rhinos here again, now that I've finally finished that. Try not to look at any of Twitch's interference while I'm streaming because it's just discouraging. I got a raid that Twitch said had 1 person and had 5 in it. Oh yeah, that's weird. Huh, have an experiment with stories. I just post random stuff, but I don't really know. Okay, just to help say like what they're doing right now, I just put happy Save the Rhino Day. It's Save the Rhino Day, by the way, raiders, for anyone who's in here. And if you're just lurking, I appreciate that too. Lurks are very helpful here on Twitch. I've learned, and I very much appreciate you. Okay, I got a little bit of breakfast in me, so let's do another rhino. Gonna move on to. We'll do another kind of a more active pose for this kind of rhino, like a black rhino or a white rhino. They have very similar anatomy, so I'm just gonna move into one of those. Wait, is this one saved? I really like this picture. It needs to be saved. Let me find. I saved a whole bunch of running like active pictures of rhinos. Lurkers make Twitch run. Oh, they do. Oh my gosh, yes. If you are lurking right now, you are literally the only reason anyone probably finds me. Chatters are obviously a lot of fun. I love interacting with everybody and getting to know people. That's like the fun part of Twitch, right? Is the community aspect. But like the people who just like turn this on and like, you know, I think you have to leave, what is it, like 1% volume? Like if you mute the stream, then it won't actually count as a viewer or something. I don't know, I'm still learning, so if anyone wants to clarify that. But pro tip out there for anyone who's trying to get into streaming, there are a few like algorithmic things on Twitch, but not many. And I think as long as you have it up in a tab and it's slightly unmuted, like even if you just turn it down to like 1% and just leave it there, it counts as a view, I think. And I think you also earn channel points that way too. But yeah, that is how people get found on Twitch, is because of the amount of people hanging out on their stream. I love it. It's really nice. Or you mute the tab. Okay, so you can mute the tab too. If you post right before you go live, they're more likely to see them. They're there, then at the bottom of the live list. Oh, so post right before you go live. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Oh, look at this sweet picture. Look at these rhinos. Can we just appreciate rhinos for a second? If anyone needs reference images of rhinos, by the way, the link to this folder in my Pinterest board, which is all reference pictures, by the way. And I try really hard to vet them to make sure that they're not AI. So hopefully they're solid reference pictures. But look at all these cute rhinos. There's so many. And we're going to talk about some of these more rare rhinos, like the Sumatran and the Javan rhino, here in just a little bit. But I do want to draw one more of these. And I love these active poses. We might do an active pose. Hold on. Let me go back. I might do that one. Oh, sorry. I could probably look for these on stream. Really good at Twitch, guys. Really, really good. If anyone's in there and they see one that you really want to do that's not the one I picked, please don't feel like you have to choose what I choose. Oh, and I forgot to explain what we're doing. I'm so sorry to anyone who's new. So I do warm-up streams for about an hour and a half, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then I have a section of my Discord where you can drop any warm-up sketching that you do along with me. And at the end of stream, I will show them on screen. It's just kind of a fun, like, interactive thing. It also is really good accountability for me, so anybody who participates in that, thank you. This is a practice that I've always meant to do, and I know I talk to a lot of artists who are like, you know, I know it's a good thing to do to draw from reference. I just don't make time to do it. So this is your time, right? This is if you need that excuse, if you just need some accountability and need someone to share it with, if it motivates you to share that with others and see what others are doing, that's kind of what I'm hoping that this space can be. So I just started doing it recently, but it's been a lot of fun. You need to warm up. It's Wednesday. You're still ice cold. Hey, Rock. How's it going? Yeah, come warm up with us. So I'm going to pick another... Rock is another streamer here, by the way, guys. You should go give him a follow. Speaking of folks who are new to Twitch, we rated him yesterday, and he does a lot of traditional media. You guys should definitely go give him a follow. Very fun to hang out with. Oh, thank you so much, Creddy. I appreciate that follow. Thank you for joining. Shoot, hold on. Love listening while I do my home things. I do too. I just kind of have it on in the background. I listen, kind of glance over, especially art streams. It's really fun to see how the progress is going. They're really good for really good lurk streams. I've seen other people's streams have a super silly IB lurking channel point reward. Oh, I could do that. That's true. I do have a lurk command, so if anyone wants to let me know they're lurking, and just like, it's kind of like a way to say hi, I guess. I don't know, at first I didn't really understand the point of a lurk command. I was like, why would you want to just say that? But now, as I've been on here longer, I'm like, oh, okay, people, it's just a way to say like, hey, I'm here, I'm hanging out, but I don't have time to chat. I just wanted to say like a quick hi kind of thing. So if you type !lurk in my chat, you'll get a little fun, very silly lurk text about what you're doing while you're lurking. I wish I could randomize them. There should be a thing for that where you'd have like different, like you just get a random lurk. Is there a thing for that? Let me know. I'm new to Twitch, guys. Still learning. You keep 20 to 30 tabs open at a time when you had two PCs. Wow, CMAs. I'm not the only one who has a tab issue. Yeah, it makes people able to say hello without sticking out. Yeah, I do have a command. I don't have a redeem yet, but I could look into that. There you go. Hey, Char, good to see you. Yeah, the beat was awesome, right, Shura? Yeah, you guys all need to go check out Rock. He did a great job. He always does a great job. I hope that he sticks around on Twitch. I know it can be discouraging, Rock, when you first are getting out there and there's not very many people hanging out because nobody knows you, but keep hanging out on other people's streams and getting to know other artists, and I guarantee you, you'll find your people. But in the meantime, I'm happy to give you a shout out. No, I think you're doing good. So I just noticed the head shield that I drew is bad. Alright, so let's do an active pose here. We've got a few options. I don't know how tricky you guys want your pose to be. I think that first one was pretty good with the running calf. Really like this one. Oh, we could draw an actual calf too. That would be fun. Maybe look at that at some point. Okay, let's just do that first one. I like that one. Copy this image. I will drop it in Discord here in a sec. Let me find it. Where did it go? It just dropped somewhere random. There it is. Okay. Got a running mom and calf here. It'll be a fun one to draw. I might get a little painty with this one too. Where'd it go? Raids are fun, yeah. I agree. Okay. I need help in so many ways. Oh gosh. Both of you need help. Yeah. I know, my tab addiction is pretty bad. Okay. Forgot to check and see if that worked. Alright, well, we're going to talk about how we break down these references before I get too distracted with other things. Sorry, guys. Pro streamer here. Super duper pro streamer. Did work. Perfect. Bonk. I don't have a bonk command, but I do like that. I have a squirrel command. I think is it a channel point redeem or is it a sound alert? I can't remember. I get a little confused with all the options. But when I get off task, you can squirrel me, and then I can be like, oh shoot, I need to get back on task. or it'll terrify me. I was just about to say that. Just like that. That's pretty much how that goes. Yeah. Anyway. Man, you got the bouncy chair squeaks and everything on that one. We also have a jump scare if you manage to jump scare me. There's a jump scare counter. Thank you, Maze, for being so ready and willing to send that squirrel alert. Oh, every time I'm not nice to myself. Oh no. That would be a lot of bonks. I don't think I'm not nice to myself. I think I'm just realistic. Okay. It's okay, you got energy. Perfect. Alright, so if this is your first time drawing along or you're feeling a little bit at loss as to how to start by looking at a reference picture, what I always recommend doing is starting with the big shapes. So you can see I've kind of started that here. I've drawn in that large barrel body that we talked about with the rib cage being so broad and wide and sturdy. And you can see, remember, all the ribs go all the way back to the hips, which is crazy. So it's just a very, very dense, structured animal. So you've got that big shape, this really nice big head shape here. I'm just going to sketch in kind of where I see the feet going. I'm not worried too much about details right now. So the biggest thing I see people, and I do this all the time, so I'm like speaking to myself here as well. The biggest thing I see people making a mistake is getting too detailed too fast. Like before you actually get into all like the proportions, people will get really like excited about, which I know I do, like, oh, I really want to draw this horn, that's so cool, or oh, look at this eye, and oh, look at that. But if you haven't drawn this base structure, it's not going to look right. You know, you're gonna end up with something that's misproportioned. So this is your opportunity in drawing your shapes to check those proportions. And you can use a lot of things, a lot of cues in the image to do that, right? So like right now, I'm using just like shapes, kind of lines, but I'm also using what we call negative space. So if you're not familiar with that term, if you see the space between the legs, for example, right here, do you see that weird shape it kind of makes? It's almost like a little hat. So I can kind of look at that and I can check myself and say, okay, I got that part right. This might need to go down a little bit more. I probably made this part too long. And you can kind of check your own I guess like visual digestion of the reference as you're sketching. So use the shapes you're seeing in the actual object or the creature, but also use the shapes in between. It's kind of something we forget about a lot, but it's a really helpful, what I like to call visual landmark, to make sure that you've got your proportions correct. So keep that in mind. Chat Fu is next level. Dude, Amaze is so good. I would be up a creek without Amaze. And he doesn't, we say this is my stream, but really, Amaze runs this show. I'm just the face of the stream. Amaze is actually going to be streaming soon, guys. So if anyone's looking for another new art streamer to follow, go give Amaze a follow. I'm definitely going to give him a shout out at some point because I know he won't give it to himself, but it's going to happen. I hope we can help you avoid at least some of that awkward first starting the stream where it's like nobody in chat for hours. It's tough. I remember having whole streams for weeks like that. And you've been very helpful, so I hope I can help you a little. That's what I'm trying to say. Follows! There it is. Yeah, here, I'll do it. Oh, thanks for trying, though. Yeah, it's just shoutouts are only for mods, unfortunately, but there we go. Wait, why didn't that work? Oh no, it's only for mods and people who can actually do them, who are apparently not me. Why isn't that working? There we go. Seen on t-shirt, running late is my cardio. I mean, that's valid cardio, in my opinion. As somebody who hates running, and was recently told by doctors that I probably shouldn't be running, definitely use that as an excuse. I literally, I've just, even before I knew that, I was like, why am I running? If I'm not late or being chased by something, what's the point? But I only run now when I'm late or being chased or playing sports. I guess there's a few times that I run, but I don't play play sports very often, unfortunately, these days. Everyone's too busy. What happens when you aren't in your teens and early 20s? Everyone's got careers. Running is bad for your joints anyway. It's bad for sure, especially if you run on pavement. I think trail running can be a little bit better for you. And I will say, it's undeniably good cardio, and it is the fastest way to build up cardio endurance. Like, the only times I would run would be when I was training to go do 14ers, which are 14,000 foot mountains here in Colorado. At the time, I was told, yeah, if you can run 2 miles without stopping at any pace, then you have enough endurance to hike a 14er. So I was like, perfect, I can do that. That's the benchmark. I hate running, but I can somehow struggle my way up to 2 miles. And I did, but I hated it. It was not fun. It helped me be ready for 14ers though. And it did it quickly. So I will say that for running, but I think it's one of those things, if you keep doing it your whole life, your bone density stays good enough that you don't have as many issues. But if you kind of stop and start a lot, I think that's where it becomes really bad. Like if you're not consistent, and if you push yourself too hard. I actually had a pretty bad running injury a year and a half ago. That's part of why I had to stop. I still kind of have some issues from it. It's healing, but it's so slow. And that was when I found out that my body apparently is not one that it should be running very much. Thank you, MRIs. Did you know humans can have hip dysplasia? I didn't know that. It's like a Labrador. Anyway. TMI. I'm sorry, guys. We're not here to talk about how much Casey hates running. We're here to talk about rhinos. Let's see. My computer just shuts itself off. Oh no, that is frustrating. Thank you for that lurk. I appreciate that, Creddy. And it's so nice to have you here. It said, is nap time? Oh yeah, for sure. Mayor of Canada. Oh my gosh, where do you get these jokes? Reveal your sources. I was watching the stream on it. Oh no! That's okay. Someone talk you down from Switch game sales? Oof. What are you being tempted by? I don't know much about Switch games. But I can try and untempt you if you want. That's actually part of why I don't have any other platforms. Like I have a PS2. It's like an OG fat PS2. It's very old, like over 20 years old, I think, at this point. And yeah, that's all I've got. I've got that. I've got a PC that I use for art. I don't use it for gaming. Although I did recently download Dragon Age Origins, which is also like a 15-year-old game. I think I have a tendency probably to get a little too into the achievement high of video games. It's like an easy win when my life feels hard, and I think it's a little addictive sometimes, and so I have learned that I just can't really invest too much money into video games for my own productivity and life quality, because otherwise I would be a straight up basement dwelling video game player probably. Just like that would be my life, and that's not what I want for my life. But if you don't have that problem, if you have self-control, then enjoy your games. Enjoy your games. But maybe have a budget. That's what I'll say, I guess. Maybe have a budget, because they are expensive. That's the other reason I don't. I'm kind of frugal. They're just so expensive. I pretty much wait until somebody like gifts me a game, or I find one for like $5. That's my gaming. Although, I guess I have streamed games a few times on Discord, so if anyone wants to hang out and watch me play RPGs like once a month. We need to finish Dragon Age. I think I haven't played that in a few weeks, huh? Maybe we'll do that sometime this week. Just so, yeah. My computer used to do that too. I feel your pain, Mac Art. I feel your pain. I'm just gonna call you Mac. Got you a Switch last summer. Breath of the Wild. My roommate played Breath of the Wild on our TV. She like picked up her Switch to the TV, which is fine because I also don't have time to watch movies. pretty sure the only movies I've seen, other than one with my friend recently, for the first time in like literal months. I think the only movies I've seen are the ones that we watch on Discord. You guys are my entertainment sector, so if I do any kind of entertainment things, it's usually with you guys on Discord. So there you go. Cranks volume for Journey. Hey, I can turn it up a little bit if you want. I actually don't really know how the sound balance is. You guys let me know if it's too loud or if I'm too loud. I keep having to fiddle with this mic. I want it to be able to pick up on my sounds when I'm like turned away or slightly further away, but I'm afraid to turn it up too loud because I don't want it to pick up my music and give me a DMCA ding, right? Like we were talking about earlier. So once again, I'm looking at my negative space here in between the feet. Look at these fun ankles. And I'm noticing I've got some issues right away. I think I did this, I get too into chunky butt guys. I love a good chunky thigh on a creature. Okay, I went a little crazy with that one though. Let's rein that in just slightly. Because there wasn't enough room for the other foot. Because I made it too chunky. Okay. There we go. That makes a little more sense here. Proportions, guys, they matter. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Let's look at a rhino foot really fast. Doing a little artistic liberty here. Adding a little tail. I also love the angle of this slope. This is a really dynamic. I love the shadows too. Yeah, I may have to color this one. We'll see. Baby! Let's draw the baby! And then we'll look at a little, Remember your negative space, right? So you can see the shape in between the two forms here. So I'm just gonna kind of line up like the hip to this little indentation right here. And the leg shape. Sounds really weird if you're not looking at the screen for context. Promise I'm not just doing random things and saying random things. Really nice. I love these big muscle structures. Are just so much fun to draw. Oh, I get so excited. Sorry. And they're so obvious in young animals too. We'll have to draw a baby rhino. Look at these. Like you can see their big knobbly knees and the big ankles. Like you really see like some of the musculature and the bone structures. That's so good. Those little feet. I love it. I love it. What a cute little critter. My partner got you Switch. I've been crawling in the grass looking for a host for the past 9 months. Yeah, my roommate was looking for those little like plant seed guys, I guess. I don't know. I haven't played it, I've just watched. Self-control for timing of playing. That's excellent, Mayor Stuffer. That is so important. You okay with cutting yourself off? Many are very low cost because they're on deep sale. That's good. That is the problem though. Maybe make a list. And like I'm a big list person. It's like tier rank them, like how long it's going to take you to finish versus how much you want to play versus cost versus like games you feel like you really, really want versus just are interested in, I guess. And then maybe buy those at the top of the list. I don't know. I think budget is kind of, for me, is the most helpful. Starting at the list. Oh no, you're staring at the list. Okay. So that you've already made the list. Shoot. And they're all on sale? This is sounding dangerous. I don't know if I can help you. I don't know. For me, it's budget. I give myself budgets. It's like, all right, you have $20 extra this month. What are you gonna spend it on? And I always try to remind myself, like, okay, if I spend it on this thing, that means I can't buy this thing until maybe next month. But I'm also not I don't buy a lot of stuff that I don't need, so maybe it's a little easier for me to do that. Mostly because I don't have the extra funds for like a bunch of impulse buy. I think for me the hardest one is art books. Like there's so many art books out there that I really want, just because they're so inspiring. But yeah, I just can't really justify the cost of, you know. Sometimes they are a little pricey. Okay. Little Rhino, so cute. Look at you go. You and your mom. Raga! How's it going, Raga? Thank you for the teas. Hope your day's going good. It's a lot of qualifications. Sets a timer for eating M&Ms. Oh, I just can't buy M&Ms. I bought my one impulse buy this month. Well, maybe my second one. I think I did actually buy an art book this month. My other one was I was hungry and I went to the grocery store, which is always a bad plan. And I walked through the candy aisle, which was my second bad plan of the day. And then I saw the peanut butter M&Ms. You guys, I'm not tempted by much, but for some reason, peanut butter M&Ms are like the thing that gets me. Oh my goodness. Wait, is Monster Pie Zoe in here? Did I miss Zoe? I think something's wrong with my... I'm gonna close all these tabs so I can actually find Twitch. Oh, there's ads. Sorry, guys. Sorry for the ads. Apologies. Apologies. I have way too many tabs open. There we go. Oh, you got a raid target. Yeah, no, I do keep Zoe in mind. We'll see who's on. I try to change up who I raid. Oh, we just raided her not too long ago. But yeah, if no one else is on, she's always a good one. For sure. I love her streams. I'm glad you're liking them too. Peanut butter M&Ms are so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's a problem. We'll see where there's a website where you put all your wishlist games on, and if it goes on sale, it tells you. Oh, that sounds dangerous, honestly. Sounds really dangerous, Mirror Stepper. Don't give me a link to that website. I will be very tempted. Peanut butter M&Ms are the best ones. It's true. I know. Like I can't. The other ones I can pass up. You know, like I don't need a peanut butter. I don't need like a peanut M&M or a regular M&M. Like I can resist that. Peanut butter M&Ms though. Really tough. Alright, I'm gonna let's talk about a different kind of rhino now, before I get too tempted to color this one. I want to show you guys a couple of rhinos. So there's two rhinos that are super endangered right now. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the different like subspecies of rhino or types of rhino, but the Sumatran rhino and the Javan rhino, super endangered right now. And I always, you know, you hear this word like endangered, right? And it can mean all kinds of numbers, it can mean all kinds of things. But the Sumatran rhino and the Javan rhino, respectively, both of them have fewer than 80 members of their species left. Like, super low numbers. I mean, that is like critically low. Like, we're about to lose these species low. Which is so sad because they're so unique. They look so different than the African rhinos. And they're, I mean, who knows? We'll see. But I wanted to show you guys some images from there of what they look like. So you may not have even actually been aware of these rhinos. Did you know we still have a woolly rhino? It is kind of hairy. You know, you're not used to associating hair probably with rhinoceroses, but rhinoceri. But the Sumatran rhino is kind of a fuzzy guy. So here's the Sumatran rhino right here. You can see it's got a ton of hair. I don't know. They may actually be distantly related to the woolly rhino. They could be like a distant cousin. of this extinct species of rhino, right, during the Ice Age. I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I know Asian elephants are related to the woolly mammoth, so it's possible. A group of rhinos is called a crash. It is. The woolly looks like an overgrown boar. Yeah, it kind of has a lot of pigginess to it, for sure. Here's another one. I'll probably end up drawing one of these images. They can get pretty fuzzy on top, and the little babies are so cute. Oh my gosh, let me show you a baby. I have to save that picture first because I like it. But the babies have like little... Look at this baby! Look at it! They almost have like... So this one was just recently born. So it's a little bit bedraggled looking. But they have like really dark black fur when they're born. And they have these really like paler faces. So it kind of creates this funny, almost like a inverted panda sort of a look. In a lot of the photos that you find of them. They're so cute. And I kind of want to draw one. Here's one. This is a little dirty. But anyway, so these are Sumatran rhinos. Super endangered. Yeah, enjoy your lurk. Thanks for hanging out, Rock. So I wanted to read just a little bit about the status of these guys. So there are less than 80 Sumatran rhinos left. Potentially there are as few as 34 to 47 individuals remaining. So it's hard to get counts of these guys because they live in really dense underbrush. So we just don't really know how many there are. But these are like counted individuals that we can definitely identify as being separate individuals. So that's how they get these numbers. And the total Javan rhino population is estimated to be 76 animals. But that includes 12 individuals that have not been recorded for at least 3 years. So like it could be much lower than that. It could be in the 50s. Or I guess in the 60s. But still, like the really low numbers. They're both under 80 animals known to exist in the wild. And there's not that many of them in zoos either. So I figured we could do a little bit of drawing around these guys. And maybe it could, you know, maybe it could encourage somebody to go do some research and get kind of excited about these animals and helping them out. There's a ton of resources. You can go to savetherhino.org to find like trusted, good resources on like where you can help if you want to help monetarily. Or if you want to get involved somehow. There's all kinds of like education, outreach, things that you can do that don't involve money. But yeah, I think it's a cool critter. And it would be such a shame for them to go the way of the southern white rhino, which we lost recently, which is just tragic, in my opinion. Time for cloning. Yeah, honestly, maybe. Like, I don't know how far ahead they are on that kind of thing, but yeah, maybe. Maybe. Oh boy. So sad though. Okay. Let's draw one of these guys. So we'll start with the Sumatran rhino, just because I have a picture of that one up. And then we'll go look at the Javan rhino too. Javan rhinos, at least we had one of those, I think, in the zoo where I grew up. It might be one of those creatures where there's more of them in zoos than in the wild. But this is, I believe, the Javan rhino. So right away you can see the difference, the armoring, like the armor level. These ones always looked really like armor heavy to me, which I thought was really cool. But these are the super rare ones. Well, they're both super rare. But so we have our Sumatran rhino and our Javan rhinos. So let's draw these guys. And you notice right away they both have much smaller horns than the African cousins, right? Look at that face, guys. He's so cute. Let's do this one. I really like the way that you can see the pose and the hair and everything in this image. But it's harder to find good images of these guys because the rhinos, the white and black rhinos, they're actually doing pretty well. There's like, I mean, still not as many as there used to be, but there's like 15,000 between the two species. So roughly about 7,000 odd of these guys left in the wild. Per species, which is not great, but it's way better than less than 80. So let's give some attention to these guys who most people probably don't know about. And yeah, just maybe, I don't know, do a little signal boosting for the rhino, right? Okay. Rhino signal boost, let's go! So even though it's obviously a very differently structured animal, you can see right away there's a few anatomical differences. I'm not noticing nearly as intense of the neural spine ridge is not nearly as high in this critter as it is in the African counterpart, right? It's much more gradual. It's much more level back. Much larger tummy right here, at least this plating. Still has that leg separation. It's probably hard to see in this image. There's still definitely like a separation of the leg. Like there is skin, but it's just way further back in the animal. It's like way back there. So it has kind of these more defined sections. The lighting in this probably isn't the best, but you're gonna notice some differences as we draw. So same thing that we always do, just look for your big shapes first and then worry about details. But let me drop this image in the Discord. Just to go see if anyone needs that. And again, if you have a different image you want to work from, by all means, feel free to do so. Oh, thank you. They're so cute. They are so cute. Rhinos are adorable. Little baby rhinos. They have such fun faces. You still see that like dipped head shape, right? So that's a similar face structure that we've already looked at in the white rhino over here. Thick neck, thick shoulder, heavy shoulder. More steady back. Big old tummers. Now you want to listen to the Moto Moto song? Hey, you know what? Whatever gets you through. If that helps you think of rhinos, do it. Or that was the hippo, wasn't it? I haven't seen that movie in so long. Love these. See, I don't want to get too caught up in details, but I really do like the fluff that I'm seeing here. See, this one especially amazed. I'm sure you see the tapir influence. And just FYI, if anyone is still drawing, I will be showing any work that's in the warm-up art section, probably in the next 10 or 15 minutes. I went a little longer today, kind of rambled about rhinos a bit. But I did want to talk a little bit about their plight, since it is Save the Rhino Day. It's not just World Rhino Day, that's actually later this year. And yes, it is on my calendar, if you were wondering. But it is Save the Rhino Day, so I wanted to talk about them a little bit. Oh, hey Dream, how's it going? Oh, no worries, I'm not quite done yet, but I will be back on in like 4 hours anyway. So today's a big stream day. I have a lot of streams on the list. I am determined, though, to get something finished on my Ko-fi today. My goodness, it's taken me a long time to get to that. Things keep coming up. I keep having to have emails to respond to, and then before I know it, it's like time to do something else. Anyway, I got caught up enough yesterday on all my other miscellaneous tasks that I think I can finally finish updating my Ko-fi. So I'll be doing that in between streams. Hopefully it'll be done before my afternoon stream. But either way, I'll be back on at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. So it's okay, Dream. Happy to have you anyway. Thanks for popping in. I was just saying, if anybody is sketching kind of in the background and you wanted to be included in the little showcase at the end of stream, just, you know, do some warm-up sketches. You still got 15 minutes, you know? Hopefully you started a little bit ahead of that, but either way, happy to show anything that you work on. If I don't show it today, we can definitely, sorry about that, Mama. Can definitely show it next time. So I'll be doing warm-up streams Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday every week. And so anything that gets posted in the warm-up art section, if you do any warm-up sketching at all, whether it's on theme or off theme, I'll be happy to show it, as long as it's PG. You know, don't pick like a scandalous reference. I won't be able to show that one. Yeah, anything that's work safe can go in there. I just want to encourage people to practice. This is how you level up. If you've been frustrated with your art skill or you feel stagnant, this is how you break out of that. At least I think it's the fastest way. I'm sure there's other ways, but in worst case, Even if you don't feel like you've gotten out of your art block from drawing reference, hey, you've learned a new skill, you've learned about a new animal, you know. But I do think there is something to doing it with other people. I have felt way less hesitation about doing reference sketching since starting it with you guys, so thank you guys for drawing along, for hanging out, for being my accountability partners and actually focusing on these things. It's a useful practice that I hope I'm able to continue. Yeah. Okay. Cat is being so vocal. Oh no! Kitty, why? Cats do be like that though. Alright, I also love this heavy eye that you see in these Sumatran rhinos. And the Javan too. Just so wrinkly. They're so much more wrinkly than their African counterparts. Like these almost look smooth by comparison. I mean, still some heavy wrinkles for sure, but like these heavy skin folds and like this one's got the little like finger lip thing going on. Love the little hairs. They're just really interesting to look at. Okay, there we go. Oh no, you're okay. Yeah, you're fine. Maine Coon. Are they super chatty? I didn't know that. It's a breed. Yeah, I know. Pretty much. Yeah, focus on my VTuber. Yeah, that's okay. I'm glad. It looks like it's coming along great, Dream. Harry Rhino reminds me of a practical joke to go to the airport and ask for Harry C-word? I don't know what that means. Listen, oh, it's on your daily playlist. That's funny. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to come to a stopping point here, otherwise I'll just keep drawing rhinos all day, and I do need to go do some other things. So, unfortunately. But I'll be back on later to do sea slug dragon designs, so if you guys want to come nerd out about sea slugs and do some creature design, maybe put some of this stuff into practice. Maybe you could try to what am I trying to say? Like include some of this anatomy in your sea slug dragon. I don't know, be fun. Or just any creature design. So let's go ahead and go into Discord. We're gonna see what everyone else has been doing. So again, thanks Amaze for posting that link. If you want to go into the Discord to drop your image really fast, if you haven't done that, I've got a few minutes. I'll take a few minutes going through these, so you still got time. But if you have any warm-up sketches that you'd like to share, this is your call to do so. Let's slide this right over here, starting with Amaze. Always so fast. You're always the first one. This looks great. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't look at rhino feet. Ugh, so mad at myself. If I have time, maybe I'll do that. Damn it. I love it. You did a great job with this. I love how thick it feels. You did a great job with those gestural lines, those shapes, the proportions. Looks awesome. Well done. Well done. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something from it. Yeah. Oh, I know. This pose is so good. I wanted to do a more complicated one like that, but I was afraid it would scare people, so I didn't. But Amaze jumped right in there and went for it, and it's super fun. It's actually the picture I think he linked in chat earlier. Yeah, great job with those feet. With the bunny pose, again with the thickness and the heavy gestural lines. It's very sassy. Yeah, for sure. For sure, very sassy. I love it. Well done. Well done, Amaze. Now let me tell you something. Yeah, I can totally see that. Like, I'm gonna give you a talking to. Don't test me. I'm a rhino. Did you notice? These look awesome. These look awesome. Sure coming in with a skull study here. I already can tell I love it. Oh, look at the hatch marks. I love a good hatch mark. And look at the way you can really see this keratin sheath, like sitting on top of that bony structure. Excellent proportions. Oh my gosh, this is great. Really, really well done. Ran out of time? Oh no. No worries. You did a great job with the time you had, honestly. You got this done really fast. Shura is a new art friend of ours. I don't know if they're still in chat. But you guys should all go give them a follow. Shura, if you're here, just pop in chat so we can shout you out. Oh, Mac, it's so cute! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, I love it! This looks great, Mac! Oh, I love the soft textured coloring. so nice. Oh, I'm just gonna ooh and all over it for a minute. Oh, thank you, Amaze. Yeah, thank you, Onshura. Not your audience. Hey, that's okay. You don't have to be always family friendly. I just keep my streams family friendly, but that doesn't mean we can't appreciate, you know, people can make their own decisions about what they want to do when they're not here. It's fine. I still think your art is great, and I'd love to give you a shout out if you'll let me. Kind of PG-13. That's okay. It's okay. Thanks for the warning, so keep that in mind, but I still think if you guys want to see some great art being made, go check out his work. Really good stuff. So look at the shadows. I'm just like in love with all of the values you got into this in such a short time. Mac, this looks awesome. This looks so good. Mac, are you in chat? Mess with some watercolor brushes. Yeah, what were you working in? I was gonna ask you. Is this Procreate? Is this... I'm so curious. So good. It's so good. You got all the wrinkles, the proportions look excellent. Really nice job looking at that reference. I love it. The shadows are great. Just the textures and the shadows are awesome. And I'm glad that you got a chance to experiment with something. I think it's, you know, reference studies are a good way to learn a new art program too. So if anybody's wanting to do that, that's a good thing to do. Well, there we go, guys. Thanks for drawing rhinos with me today. And for anybody who is still drawing or didn't quite finish, or if you're watching this later, you can still drop those into the warm-up art section. You can just join the Discord. It's right over here under stream events. You'll find all the stream related things here. My new schedule for May is going up today. So that's the next thing on my list after I get off stream, but it's almost finalized. But then, yeah, anything you want to know about stream stuff is going to be over here. So thanks for participating, guys. It's so fun to see art. And like I said, if anyone has something to add, I'll just show it next week. So if you do any warm-up sketches, either along with me watching a VOD or something unrelated, as long as it's PG, I'd love to show it. Okay, let's see. I have 6 minutes before I need to go. 12 is my cutoff time. I have to go get some stuff done. But I do want to look at a rhino foot really fast because I said we were going to study this and we didn't. So let's look at a rhino foot, please. They're really interesting, and that's why I want to point them out to you guys. So look at these feet. These are obviously the hind feet of the rhino. I say obviously because we just drew these so many times. Hopefully you were here and able to hear me talking about these angles. You can see the ankle bone sticking out right there to kind of make that strong ankle. Or I guess it's really the heel. Oh, thank you so much. Rachel, thank you for that follow. I appreciate that. Welcome on in. It's great to have you. So yeah, let's look at some rhino feet, guys. We looked at bird feet on Monday, so might as well just keep on looking at animal feet like a strange person. It's fine. This is how you learn. I promise I'm not crazy, guys. I'll show you why it's interesting. Wow. Okay, sorry. I just saw a crazy photo. Ooh. Here's the bottom of a rhino foot. That's a helpful reference. I am definitely going to pin that. Really good to know. This will help you when you draw those shapes. Yeah, we'll talk about it in a second. Like, if you knowing what the bottom of the foot looks like helps you know how to draw these shapes. So I can see right away, where did that go? There's like this heavy, almost like heart-shaped pad right here. And then there's another one right here under this large middle toe. Really large middle toe. So middle toes are large, little toes on the side, heavy, heavy foot pad. So that's good to know, so that when you're actually trying to draw the foot, you can remember, oh, large middle toe, small on the side, heavy foot pad. Or if you're drawing it from an angle, just knowing the shape of the foot pad means, okay, I know that the ankle is kind of like this, but if I'm drawing it at a weird angle, I know it goes in at the middle. So I might have a little back spot like that. Got that small toe, and then that big toe. And there's your rhino foot, right? So studying reference helps you know how to change the angle, and if you can remember why things are what they are. Remember, we're studying reference, not copying it, so that means you're asking yourself questions about what you're seeing so that you can remember it for later. Let's see. So, let's do a quick study. Feet heavy stream. Yeah, for sure. This week has been very feet. So, very strange way to say that. I don't know why I said it like that. Okay. I see some like callus right here on that ankle. Interesting. Okay. Quick little foot study here. Remember, I'm checking proportions, learning about where those toenails are coming out from. They look kind of crazy, actually. Little wrinkles, a little bit of anatomy right there that I can see poking through. Checking my negative space. Remember, if you weren't here for the negative space discussion, you can check your proportions a lot by looking at the space between objects. So you can make sure that you're drawing the correct angle of things by checking that line against the other line that you've already drawn. And it can help you find things. Like this point's kind of right at the ankle here, so I'm just gonna that. Got that lovely sharp angle. It's hard to see in this photo, but anyway, quick study of a foot, but thank you guys for indulging me there. Boy, bring me on back to the 90s, won't you? Okay, there we go. Rhino feet. Anyway. Alright, we drew some rhinos, guys. I'm very proud of us. We'll go ahead and go out on this image here. Oh no, am I getting some rhino? Am I getting some foot puns right now? Hold on. Oh no. Shura, I thought you were taking a break from drawing to rest your wrist. Are you still drawing on that bad wrist? I hope you're taking it easy, by the way. Don't hurt yourself. Welcome in, Kev. Good to see you. Alpha Pro Tip of the day. Oh no, here we go. If Gina were to grant you one wish, be a rhino. Rhinos are great. They're basically the one alpha version. Nobody must. That's true. They don't. Except Jim Carrey and poachers. Yeah. All right. So there are. Yeah. Unfortunately, Kev, you missed. We were talking about how rhinos are super endangered, especially these guys and their cousins, the Javan rhino. So these are Sumatran rhinos. They're very, very furry. And for anyone who missed it, I'll just do a quick recap before we close out here. But basically, there's under 80 species of this. In fact, let me pull up and read that little article again. I have it pinned on my YouTube story, or not YouTube, my Instagram stories right now. So if anybody wants to read more about that, you can find the article there. But basically, it says the status of the Javan and Sumatran rhinos is increasingly perilous. Official reports estimate that there are less than 80 Sumatran rhinos. That's this guy right here, this fuzzy one. Less than 80 rhinos, though there are potentially as few as 34 to 47. So that basically means that that's as many individuals as they can. They're for sure they have at least 34. Like they've been able to document and identify those individuals. There's more thought to exist. They have a range because it's hard to track these guys through the jungle. So anyway, and they all look very similar to us, so that it's very hard to make sure you've identified a new one or not. Sometimes, unless you have like a tagging system, which I don't know if they have. The total Javan rhino population is estimated to be 76 animals, which includes 12 individuals that have not been recorded for at least 3 years. So that means the number could be as low as 64 known individuals. So under 80 is the estimation out there. And that's it. That's all we have in the wild. That's crazy. It's so low. So yeah, some people unfortunately do mess with rhinos, I'm afraid. They're having a big poaching problem, it sounds like. It says all remaining Javan rhinos are found in the Ujung Kulon National Park, and there have been signs of a rise in illegal activities in the area. There's reports regarding ongoing investigations by the government of Indonesia into recent unnatural deaths of Javan rhinos. So it sounds like poaching is still a big problem where these guys live. And yeah, there's organizations you can get involved with. If you go to savetherhino.org, you can learn more about how you can get involved if you want to do so monetarily or get involved with spreading the word about that. You post something about rhinos today on your social media. You know, just increasing the signal that these creatures get can really help. You just never know who's going to see your post, right? You never know where it's going to go. But if you drew a rhino today and you feel like posting it on social media, I know I'm going to do that later because I like these guys. These are my second favorite megafauna. And I really, right after elephants, rhinos are great. And I really like them. So hopefully they can be around for a long time for people to enjoy. And there we go. All right, that's enough of my TED Talk, right? I am going to link that website, though. SaveTheRhino.org. So today is International Save the Rhino Day. Oh, look at that, guys. Here's the website right here. It looks like a new Javan rhino calf has been spotted. Look at that. Got a little baby here. There's little races you can get involved in. Aw, somebody has a Save the Rhino. That's adorable. I've heard that the African rhinos are actually kind of on the rise right now, which is great. But these guys are still. Oh look, these are rhino footprints, and we know that because we just looked at a rhino foot, guys. See, you knew it would come in handy. A rhino is poached every 16 hours. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, this is gonna make me sad. I'm gonna link this if you want to learn more about rhinos. You can go to savetherhino.org. But for now, let's go ahead and find someone to raid out to. I will be back on later today. I'll be back on doing Sea Slug. We'll go on these guys because they're actually finished. Sea Slug Dragon Design. So if you want to come back for that later, I have a whole bunch of images that I've completely clicked away from and I can't find. But we basically look at a sea slug and then we make a creature based off of that sea slug. So here's an example of a more recent one. I actually kind of did a rhino foot for this guy. Kind of funny that we were just looking at that. See if I can find one that's actually a good picture. Anyway, you'll just have to come back at 4. You'll see some then. Here's the ones that I pull up most often. I thought I had these open already, but apparently not. Yeah, so we'll basically look at a sea slug, talk about it, and I'll let chat vote, help me pick a sea slug. And we do this the first and third Wednesday of every month in the afternoon. So my afternoon streams tend to be longer format streams than these. So if you want to come back, if you're back around today, or back around later today, I'll be doing that in about 4 hours. So I won't be gone long, but I do have some other stuff I gotta do in between streams, unfortunately. So it is time for me to head on out of here. Who've thought? Oh, we forgot our carpal tunnel stretches. Oh, darn, I'm gonna get carpal tunnel. Oh, hey, Casey, how's it going? Oh no, there's an ad break, probably. We might just go out on the ad break, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to stop the ad break. But thank you guys for who aren't stuck in ads. Thank you for hanging out with me. I know, woof to the ads, guys. We're probably gonna go find someone to raid though. So I'm gonna go peek around, see who's around. Who is a work-safe art streamer typically is who I tend to choose. See if there's anyone that we haven't raided in a while. Oh, Nofi is on right now. Working on some cool human art. Oh, Maya's on. You know what? She raided us the other day and that was super kind. I'd love to return the favor. I do see that Zoe is on. I do love Zoe. Shoot. So many good people on right now. I think we should... Let's go give a thank you raid back to Maya today, because I do appreciate that. She's been streaming for a long time. I don't know how I got on her radar. I think we probably raided her like a month ago, but she's only been up for like 3 minutes, so she just got started, so there's hopefully not a big chance that she's going to get off soon. She's drawing some really cute little like chibi drawings, it looks like. So, back now. Welcome on in, Casey. I'm sorry, twin. We'll have to catch up next time. But if anyone does want to hang out on in between streams, you can always do so on my Discord. I'm always on there, but I'll be back on in like 4 hours, guys. So until then, let's go thank Maya. Maya? I think it's Maya. I'm not actually sure how you pronounce her name. I feel bad. I'm bad at Twitch pronunciation, guys. Let's go say hi and give her a little raid. I don't have a raid call, but if you guys want to say some random thing about today, you sure can. Some of you are really good at that. I am not. But yeah. Let's go see what May's up to. And I'll be back on in about 4 hours to draw some sea slug dragons with you guys. So until then, thanks for the company, guys. Thank you for the lurkers, for the raid that I got earlier. That was is it Kiki? Shoot. We spent 2 hours drawing rhino feet. There you go. Oh, that's funny. Thank you, Grey Shale, for following, and Creddy and Kiki for the raid. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here, everybody, and for making sure that I actually draw my warm-up sketches like I'm supposed to. Like a good, responsible, very professional Twitch art streamer. Until then, guys, we will see you next time. And have a good one. We'll catch you later. Bye.